Hi everybody and welcome back to Visit Fylde Coast. It's a little bit of a breezy Monday morning and we are on Rossall Beach. You can tell that by the poster look. And today, you can tell by the yellow vests that are walking up there, today is beach clean day. So we're gonna have a morning with the beach buddies and I'm gonna make everybody suffer. I'm gonna make people come on video and they'll not like that at all, but never mind, they'll get over it. So I've got my high vis on. Can you see my high vis and my Visit Fylde Coast badge? Look, no my badgy sticker things. I've got my coat on. I'm going to put my gloves on in a minute. It's a little bit cool, but it's lovely. It's nice, fresh air. So don't forget, make sure that you've subscribed to Visit Fylde Coast on YouTube. Make sure that you've hit the little bell for notifications. Make sure that you give this video a like. Be back in a more. So this is what we're looking for this morning. Plastics in a marina environment, because you can see how that looks like a jellyfish. And Mr. Higgett, the plastic straws. We should be talking to you about plastic straws. Oh yes, we will. So it doesn't look bad actually. It looks reasonably clean. But I'll bet you that all these lovely people that are gathering up here will collect loads of rubbish this morning. Because it doesn't look bad, and then you start scruffing about and you find out that it's actually a pigsty. So if you want to come along and join any of these beach cleans, you're very, very welcome to. It's a Monday morning every 4 weeks. This is Rossall Promenade. FY51LP is the postcode. You can park here for free. You don't need to pay. And you can come and join in with this merry band of reprobates. Have a nice couple of hours on the beach, and then we go to the venue, which is there for tea, which is obviously why we all come. It's just to cover for drinking tea. So the people in orange are the ones who are supposed to know what they're doing. These are the trustees, and the ones in yellow are volunteers. Good morning, Joseph.
Good morning, Jane. How are you?
Good morning, Joseph. This is Joseph. Joseph's doing our Coast Watchers project.
Yes.
And he's dropping all his gear.
Sorry, I'm fumbling around. Yes.
So you're going to be surveying your patch.
Yeah, we are. So for the past sort of 8 months, we've been collecting litter sort of meticulously on the beach, and we've been.
And when he says meticulous, he means meticulous.
I do mean meticulous.
Yeah.
So counting every bit of plastic, every bit of card that we're finding on the beach, and we're recording it. We're writing it on clipboards. We're weighing litter as well. We want to know sort of how much litter we're getting over time on the beach,
and how that changes. Yeah, exactly. And it throws up some very interesting results as well.
It does, yeah.
It
so
does.
What we're thinking so far is that, I might have a graph actually I can show you later.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so we're finding that, increased waves, as you imagine, bigger waves, bigger storms, more litter on the beach.
You see?
It's something you'd expect, but it's something we're actually finding.
We're actually proving it, which is a different kettle of fish altogether. Exactly. So this is the rest of the crew. This is Dave pretending he's not seeing me, and Brenda. Good morning, Brenda.
Good morning.
Good morning. Say good morning to the bats. So we're all gathering. We're all collecting our equipment. This is Liz. Morning, Liz.
Morning.
I think you've got your headband up to front.
I know, that's how I wanted it.
Oh, I see. Right, it's up to front deliberately.
It was deliberate.
So
It's just an old person thing.
we provide all equipment. So there's all the litter pickers, gloves, and all the gear that you could ever possibly want. You've even got somewhere to put your needles if you find any. And then we're all going to go on the beach after I've done a bit of a briefing. Not quite sure whether I'm going to manage to shout this morning, but I will do my best. They'll have to gather round close.
Can you move it, please? The safety talk.
Good morning, everybody. I've not got quite as much shout as I've normally got this morning because I've had the COVID that's not COVID. Excuse me. So, good morning everybody. I'm Jade. I've been missing in action quite a bit because we've had various catastrophes at our house. But I'm hoping, I've got my fingers crossed that I might be back a bit now. So this morning we're going to clean the beach between the cafe, which has got the egg whisks on top, and kind of, well, where the water is at that end. If you notice, you can only get so far because the tide's in. So we're looking for plastic and anything that's man-made. I recognise a few new faces. Is anybody here today that's not done a beach clean before?
Yeah, there's a few new ones.
Yeah, that's fabulous. Well, you're very welcome. We do this every 4 weeks on a Monday morning, and then on alternate fortnights we have a meeting at the community centre at Beach Road, and Brenda has got the dates. So if anybody wants a leaflet. General beach safety advice: don't go that way. Don't drown. Don't pick up anything that's sharp or too heavy or final thing, and then you can go back here no later than 10:30 please. And for anybody that's not been before, we'll go to the venue, which is obviously why we've all come. So the venue obviously is the big grey one on the left, the coffee, lunch, whatever you want. Okay, thanks a lot everybody.
If anybody would like to come in and collect this and record what we're finding, if you'd like to come with me, we'll head down to that coffee. It's good fun, it should take about an hour.
Well, I know what you meant. So off they go, and David, take a bow, David. Take a bow. David has been cameraman for that little intermission bit. The joys of beach cleaning. Oh dear me, there goes dog poo bag number 1. Why pick it up and just leave it on the beach? That's a right mucky trick, that. So they're all off to go and do the litter picking, and we're going to go off and we're going to do some chatting and some videoing. So I guess we'll start. This lady's found a bucket. Are you with us? Oh, I'm going to say you should have a jacket on if you are. You're just doing your bit. I know, it's a mess, isn't it? What's that? I don't like the look of that. We'll have that picked up in a minute. So this is what's affectionately known as the strand line. I ought to be. Sorry? 9:30 now. Yeah. This is what's affectionately known as the strand line. This is the line of bits that the retreating sea leaves at the back of it, which I'm sure you'll have seen on other videos that we've done on the beach in the morning. This lady obviously didn't know that we were beach cleaning today, but if you want to come along and join in, you're always very welcome. We'll go and have a word with Janet and make her shout at me. So these are all spreading out. We beach clean in our group between the cafe there and, well, where the water is, where the 5-bar gate is ish, sort of up to there. So everybody just disperses and sets off in sort of 1s and 2s, and depending on who they've come with, and goes off looking for rubbish. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we've managed to keep this beach looking so clean for so long. Because in between these 4 weekly events, there's also a team of lone beach cleaners we'll go out. I think she's clocked, I'm following her. We'll go out and litter pick on their own. Oh, it's Jean, it's not Janet. I've not got my specs on, so I can't see who's doing what. She's going to have to be way up. There's another strand line here, look. Because different tide heights leave debris in different places. Now, if I see anything, it's going to really annoy me because I've not actually got any litter pickers in the bag. But there's a bit of rubbish there. I'm going to pick that up. See, that's a plastic bag. It's a piece of a blue and white plastic bag. Oh, bottle top. I'll put this in somebody's bag. So what I usually do, you see, I come equipped with my own gloves. As you'll notice, I've got my specially adapted ones on. This is sanitary waste, as it's affectionately known. That's the back of a sanitary towel. And then when I get back, I just put them in the washer. So keep my fingers away from my face. Keep them out of my mouth, and then put them straight in the washer when I get back. So that's my litter picking technique. Ooh, now then, drop me sanitary waste. I wonder if this is anything to do with that oil spill. Looks a bit... Can't quite tell what it is. Strange, isn't it? Wonder if it's remnants of the oil or whether it's some kind of organic matter. I must say that oil did seem to get tidied up quite effectively. Although having said that, I've not been on the beach every day, have I? So maybe it didn't. So this little group that you can see straight in front of us with the jackets on, this is Joseph's litter picking group, the Coast Watchers group. And there is marked the beach out into sections. And they're picking up everything within that section and recording it on a form. And they're doing that month after month after month after month. And they're recording the information relative to the weather. So you would... Ooh, that's dead. That's a dead doggy fish. Dogfish, catfish. You would expect that after rough weather, there would be more litter washed up. And in fact, anecdotally, we know that that's true. But we don't actually know that for a scientifically proven fact. So that's what Coast Watchers is setting out to do. It's recording information relative to... What on earth's that? It looks like a bra. Oh, it's a ball. That's a piece of cuttlefish, look. That. It's a piece of cuttlefish shell. I'll pick that up. I think it's a ball. I think it's been... Or a float of some kind. It's been stoved in. Oh, this is really doing my head in. There's loads down here. I'll go and tell these where to look for rich pickings. It's really frustrating when you can't pick it up. I'll go and tell Mum. Mum, if you go down there where that line is, where your daughter's gone, there's loads of litter down there. That's where the sea has left it all. It's a lot more satisfying. a lot more satisfying when there's a lot to pick up. So these guys, this might be a bit wibbly wobbly because we're back on the pebbles. These guys are doing the recording. Now somewhere there's probably a rope. If he's marked it out, just normally. This is the end of the old cofferdam for the cable for the wind farm. So at an angle like that up to where the phone is, there's a cable underneath the beach. Let's go and see. Oh, he has marked it out. Look, I can just see the rope. It's camouflaged against the pebbles. So these are the demarcation lines. So there's a series of ropes across the beach, and they're going to record what's in each section. Recording in each section so that they know what's been picked up where.
Yeah, if you want to explain what's been...
So Joseph set all these volunteers off. They're all counting and recording and measuring and looking and picking. And this is a poster. What was the conference, Joseph?
The conference was it was called the Young Coastal Scientists and Engineering Conference down in Bournemouth.
And you won Best Poster?
It did win Best Poster, yeah.
Yeah, I can understand why. It's very interesting, actually. So this is the evidence and the data that has been collecting over a period of months. So when does this go back to? August?
This goes back to August last year, so August
Oh, right.
2021.
Right. So go on then, explain.
Yeah, so the commonest common type of litter that we've been finding on the beach, as you'd expect, what would you expect it to be, Jane? Plastic.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we found. But one thing that's really surprised me was that sanitary items account for about 9% of litter. And sanitary items, what we're finding really are especially things like face wipes, wet wipes,
Yeah.
a few nappies. And
Yeah.
they're likely coming. We find that these sanitary items really come after the storms,
Yeah.
probably from those combined sewage overflows.
Because that's what that little graph shows.
This is what, yeah. So this graph below here, this is really sort of interesting and sort of the core of the data that we're finding. So what we've got here is each of these red lines correspond to one of our beach cleans that we've done over
Yeah.
time. So along the bottom will be time. So we've got starting off in July 2021, August, September, October, all the way up to March last month in 2022. Now these black lines here, so these wiggly lines, these are actually the wave height. So they're the height of the wave.
And how rough it is.
And how rough
How
it is
stormy
over
it
time.
is, yeah.
And they're recorded over literally just a few, well, maybe a couple of kilometres offshore at
Yeah.
the Cleveleys wave buoy. So what we're finding really is that when there's the biggest wave, so during the winter, and so sort of November, December, these big spiky lines, we've got the most litter that we're finding. So
Yeah.
these black lines at the bottom are how much litter we've
Yeah.
collected at our beach cleans. So in December we found about 3,600 items of litter right after this big period of storms. Whereas, sort of during August and September, when we had these really low waves, this period of really calm weather, we only found about 650 items of litter.
And these are the infographics that you've been sharing on social media.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That explain in simple terms what that means.
Yes,
yeah.
you're quite right.
And it's really interesting as well because you can sort of see how from month to month the type of litter that you pick up changes as well.
Yeah, you're really right.
Yeah, very good.
So one thing that's
Very
really interesting
good.
about this is that there's sort of the expectation that a lot of our litter on the beach is coming from sort of maybe other people who are visiting or people who are visiting
or
on
Blackpool.
the beach. And on Blackpool. But what we're finding is during the winter, the beach isn't. Not many people are going to be using the beach during the winter.
Oh no,
during those
no,
rough
not
weather.
relatively.
That's when we're finding the most amount of
Exactly.
litter. So it's
Exactly.
likely that somewhere offshore, somewhere in the Irish Sea, we've got a big pool of litter and it's being washed up onto our beach.
I think I'd like to make a suggestion actually, Joseph,
Go
when
on.
you get round to the more summery weather. I think you ought to include beach toys
Beach toys.
on your
my
counting
store.
sheet
Good
because
idea.
you will see when it starts to pick up and people are using the beach. What's your
yeah, nearly
poster?
gone.
Don't
I've
blow
lost
away.
on it.
Don't blow away. Whatever you do. When it starts to pick up and people are using the beach, you'll see that. In fact, you can just see North Pier down there. The buckets and spades and all the toys and everything get swept north, and we find them all here. So it'd be interesting to count that and get some evidence.
Yes, and see what we're finding.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Jane.
Good idea.
Yeah.
So we've had a lovely morning on the beach. And this is all the stuff that's been collected and ready for dumping. Before anybody asks, no, we don't recycle it because it's not in a fit. It's not in a fit condition to be recycled. So this is sort of typical of what you find. There's some people coming back with a bag here, so we'll see if we can have a look in theirs. But it's all stuff like that. So you can see rope in that bag. Rope and rope and rope and lots more rope and fishing line, lots of fishing line. So that's the kind of stuff that we pick up. And then we'll have another natter. And then we're all going to the venue for coffee. Shall we see you at the venue? Are you going to the venue? Not today. Not today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. So that ends another beach clean. So I'll finish this video off at the venue for you. When we're all having a brew. And you see, to look at it, at a quick glance, it looks exactly like it did when we started. But we've picked all that rubbish up. Oh, this lady's bag's still home. Just a minute before you knot it up. Can I just have a look in your bag? Can I just have a look in your bag, please, before you knot it up?
I have ended up with some seaweed because it's all
Yeah,
been
you will
tangled
do.
up with other stuff.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
even found, a cotton reel.
What, like a bobbin?
Yeah, well, one of those thin ones that they do.
Yeah,
And it was all tangled up with seaweed and wrapped round.
it would be.
That's ridiculous. Why do people do that?
I know. I mean, how does a cotton reel get on a beach? So, we've had the bags collected. We've left a lovely clean and tidy beach behind us. And now we're going for a brew. In fact, I'm last one. I'm last one for the brew, so it'll be a miracle if there's anybody still there. So we always gather at the venue for coffee and then have a natter. And usually you can hear us from miles away because we're a noisy bunch. So I'll go and see if I can find everybody. I'll go and see if I can find everybody, and we sit in the naughty corner. Can we hear them? Can we hear them? Are they still rabbling and making it in? This is our naughty corner round the back here, you see. There you go. And this is where everybody is all having the coffee and making it in. Have you enjoyed that? Have you enjoyed that? Enjoyed the morning on the beach? This is noisy corner. This is where everybody comes and sits to make a din. So, if you want to come to a Rossall Beach Clean, you are more than welcome to come and join us. As I said, it's every 4 weeks. You can get all the dates and details on the Rossall Beach Buddies Facebook group, and you too can come and join us in the venue. So from a warmer indoors destination for my cup of coffee, I will bid you good morning and see you next time. Bye for now.